them on any other bonsai tree are pretty close, but if you let it stay to seed, they tend to just kind of sit there and develop seeds. So I usually take them back to twos.
So every shoot that's got seeds on it, just take it back to twos.
Yeah, and I try to directionally trim so the growth grows out away from the trunk.
Now, what about the flowering ones that still have flowers on them? You're nuking it all.
I take it all off.
Yeah.
Because if you leave the flowers, that's great, but then it's still focusing on flower production instead of recovering from the trim.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but these only do flower once, right? There's no second push.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a summer flower.
Once and done.
Some of them will hit, little spurts on new growth, but I don't, especially when you trim them. But I don't really focus on that. If I'm really working on developing and getting the leaves nice and tiny, I don't ever see flowers on my trees. But this one was just awesome.
Oh, I know. It flowered so damn fast and so close to the internodes. It was like, holy smokes.
I can tell you that I've known this tree for years and I've never seen it bloom this well.
Why do you think it did that? Do you think that was because of my natural awesomeness?
Because your horticulture is on point.
But I've really done nothing other than keep it trimmed back. I've not really...
I bet your pH is perfect on your well.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I bet your fertilizing and your watering is right how it needs to be.
Leaf droops, add water. Yeah, it's easy stuff.
Well, there you go.
Well, crepe myrtles really tell you when they need to be wet.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, people sometimes don't listen.
Well, if the leaves are going down, make them go up. Give them some water.
With trimming, you can get these leaves about half this size, but with this size trunk, it's not obnoxiously large.
I don't actually know how wide the trunk is. I'd say it's probably, 10, 20, 22, 23 inches wide.
The base?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is just kind of making it show, pretty. The wires are not digging in quite yet.
No, I believe I rewired it winter time last year, something like that. So it shouldn't have enough growth to really dig in yet. There weren't really many...
They do dig in quick.
Well, there weren't many branches to wire.
Gotcha.
This has a hell of a canopy, but it really has no structure. Pretty much every branch on there is just its first flush, and it's not really even lignified much yet. But they're all coming off of the many thick lowers that it has.
It's nice and it's due to be trimmed, for sure. This is probably the prime time because it's not weakening from seed production. Just got past the pretty last week.
Got past what last week?
Pretty last week with all the pretty flowers.
Yeah, pretty much. I trimmed a couple shoots off just because they were still lengthening, just to keep the triangle, but maybe 2 or 3 of those at best.
Pretty awesome. I'm gonna need a ladder.
Well, you got a giraffe, you just ride her over. It's funny, with the bamboo and the angle of this branch, it almost looks like the Epcot ball is behind the giraffe in the video camera. That's trippy.
You know what I love about this tree?
It's not Epcot, of course, it's my backyard, but Jesus.
You know what I love about this tree besides the fact that it's got a monster trunk? Look at this. Look at this taper.
I know, that's the thing. Everybody tries to sell a crepe myrtle and they're like, oh, look at this monster trunk. It's like, yeah, great. Hurricane Irma Gerd gave us about 5,000 of those into the dumpster. We didn't even bother collecting them. But the actual taper is a big chop though. But it's healed over very, very well and very fast.
Welcome to crepes.
Yeah. So would you think that it's safe to say that all those big crepe myrtles that have giant trunks but are just straight, that you could still carve those tapers into them and heal it over?
Yeah, the issue with big giant cuts on crepes is you want to prep the edge at least every 2 years.
Yeah, of course.
Re-aggravate it. But really, if you want to get the wounds to heal, put it in an oversized pot or in the ground and seal it. Let that thing grow, and I've seen huge wounds grow in like 2 seasons.
Hmm.
A foot trunk wound heal over in 2 seasons. Better than tridents.
So rather than bonsai it right away, just stick it in the ground.
Man, patience. Bonsai's all about patience, right?
Now, would you consider the ground like that?
Yeah.
Or would you consider the ground like one of those ground grow box?
Raised grow beds is fine, but
Yeah.
in the ground like
Ground's
this,
even better,
when
better.
you put it in the always. When you put it in the ground, it takes a couple years for the tree to realize it's in the ground, right? But then once the roots really start growing, all of a sudden it grows out crazy. So the other issue is you have to make sure that it doesn't grow so fast that it, rolls over and or the trunk thickens up so fast that it ruins your taper. That's another issue. There's a couple suckers that I'm just cleaning out.
There's a guy on the bonsai nut forums asking, how the hell do I work a crepe myrtle?
Oh, are we online?
No, well, I'm still recording technically,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha. What was it?
I wrote it out and explained it to him. But I wanted to also give him pictures, but then it started blooming. And so I've kind of ignored the thread and, kind of forgot about it, really.
Go underneath. This was one branch, what, 2 years ago? Now it's already
Yeah.
starting to be tertiary. It's taken 2 years.
If that, yeah.
Yeah, and if you had trimmed like you asked and didn't have any flowers, you would already be into the
Next stage,
normally
yeah.
3rd year ramification on certain plants.
It was worth it because we didn't even know what the hell the color was.
There you go.
I was personally a little saddened to see that it was white, but,
I love white.
Well, it would have been cool to be like a lavender or
Oh yeah, lavender would have been nice.
something. I don't know.